Greetings and welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into reparenting, exploring all of the tools and resources that you'll need to help you along your journey. This podcast is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading. The second is a discussion of the reading, followed by suggested journal prompts. And the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad you've joined us today on this journey of healing and growth. If it's your first time here, welcome. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this podcast wherever you're following. Your support helps us to reach more people who may benefit from this very important work. And also, if you're enjoying this content, please consider leaving us a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. It really makes a huge difference in allowing us to spread the word and to build a supportive community. Now, just a quick few updates before we dive in. First, I'd like to invite you to join our new Patreon community. By becoming a member, you'll gain access to many resources, and you'll also gain access to 3 weekly meetings. On Sundays, we have a group meditation. On Tuesdays, we have a book club discussion. And on Thursdays, we have an open topic conversation. You can find out more details about this if you go to the Reparenting Daily website and check out the community tab. In addition to that, we've also created a WhatsApp group to foster daily connection and support where you can reach out and find other fellow travelers along the journey. It's just one of the many ways we're building their network of resources to help you along your reparenting journey. The next announcement I'd like to share is that I just released 2 new books designed to enhance your reparenting experience. The first is a Reparenting Daily journal. This journal aligns with the podcast and is structured by monthly themes with weekly sub-themes to guide your reflections. Starting on January 1st in 2025, the coming year, this journal will follow along with each episode of the podcast, offering an interactive way to deepen your practice of reparenting while staying engaged. You can find this on Amazon, and you can also find it on the website if you go to the bookstore tab. The second book is Fairy Tales for Reparenting Volume 1. This is a deeply personal project that's close to my heart. It's a collection of fairy tales crafted to inspire hope, connection, and healing for your reparenting journey. These stories are specifically designed to help you reconnect with your inner child and find joy, creativity, and reconnect to those tender emotions through storytelling. Think of it as a playful yet profound companion on your reparenting journey. Volume 1 is now available, and I'm also working on the 2nd and 3rd volumes that will be coming earlier next year. You can find both of these books on the Reparenting Daily website under the bookstore tab, or you can search them directly on Amazon. Now, looking ahead, as we approach the 2nd year of this podcast, we're excited to introduce more interactive and engaging content. We'll continue to build on things we've achieved so far while taking our community and the reparenting journey to the next level. It's really about continued growth, continued iteration, and continuous improvement. Much like the process of nurturing the bonsai tree, our reparenting journey requires our consistency and care. So thanks for being here and for supporting this project, and also for committing to your healing journey. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is from the ACA Daily Meditation, and it's called Placing Ourselves Last. Having an overdeveloped sense of responsibility, we prefer to be concerned with others rather than ourselves. Big Red Book, page 589. When we arrived at ACA, or at our reparenting journey, many of us realized we had a pattern of putting all others before ourselves. It seems their lives were more important than ours, and we just got the crumbs of whatever was left over. We had developed a "what about me" victim persona. Some of us noticed this when we finally became so tired of not being listened to by friends and family. We thought, hey, I want to talk about my life, my interest, my challenges too. This deprivation had led us to feeling lethargic, homeless, hopeless, and depressed. We were wallowing in self-pity, compulsions, or addictions to numb our pain. In recovery, however, we find ourselves transforming this pattern. Our unconscious compulsions, reactions are lessening. Our unconscious compulsive reactions are lessening. We find freedom from our survival traits when we talk in meetings and with our fellow travelers. We work the steps. We meditate. We pray. We read and write about our thoughts and feelings, and we begin to open up, ready and willing to turn our dysfunctional pattern over to a higher power. We see how our wounded inner child is responding to our loving inner parent's compassion today. On this day, I know there is an alternative to being overly concerned with others rather than myself. Gradually, more of my needs are met, and I feel I am finally listened to. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. Welcome back. Today's reading addresses the tendency to place others' needs above our own, leaving us feeling unimportant and unseen. For many, this pattern stems from childhood experiences where prioritizing others was a survival mechanism. In adulthood, it often manifests as neglecting our own needs, resulting in feelings of depletion, depression, and self-pity. Recovery offers a pathway to recognize and transform this pattern by fostering self-awareness, setting boundaries, and connecting with our inner child. Through practices like the 12-step meditation and connecting with a higher power, we start to reparent ourselves with compassion, addressing our unmet needs of our wounded inner child. Gradually, we learn to honor our own worth, feel heard, and create balanced focus for ourselves and for others. As we look at the journal prompts for today, number 1, how have I prioritized others' needs over my own? And what impact has this had on my emotional and physical well-being? Number 2, what steps can I take to better recognize my own needs without guilt or self-judgment? And number 3, how can I nurture my inner child today and create a sense of balance between giving to others as well as caring for myself? Thank you. That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself and do be well. And now, let us move on to the final section, the daily meditation. This is an unguided meditation, and I will simply provide some music where you can take some time to relax. Please feel free to choose a location and a place where you feel safe and where you can be undisturbed for the next 10 minutes. You can choose to be sitting, standing, laying down, as you like, whatever makes you comfortable. Thanks for being here and enjoy the meditation.